What's going on, everybody? This is Luke from South Beach Sports, and welcome to the Miami Heat vs Portland Trail Blazers pregame show. The Heat are beginning their 4-game Western Conference road trip Sunday night against the Blazers at 10 p.m. Miami enters this road trip at 27-25 overall, 12-12 away from home, and 6th place in the Eastern Conference. Yet they're only a game behind the Atlanta Hawks, who sit at the 4th seed at 29-25. The Blazers enter Sunday's contest at 31-21, which is good for 6th place in the Western Conference. They're coming off a 118-103 victory over the Detroit Pistons, in which they're led by Enes Kanter, who scored 24 points to go along with a whopping 30 rebounds, which is the most in Blazers history. It's also the most since 2018 in the entire NBA, when Dwight Howard had 30 rebounds in a game while he was with the Charlotte Hornets. The Blazers were also led by Damian Lillard, who had 27 points to go along with 10 assists. So the main story for tonight has to be the mysterious status regarding Victor Oladipo's injury that he suffered Friday night against the Lakers. He will be out for tonight's game and for the remainder of this 4-game road trip. He will then be re-evaluated by the Miami Heat's medical staff after this 4-game stretch. Now, head coach Erik Spoelstra has been giving vague answers regarding this injury in interviews. He's made it clear that the Heat are still in the information gathering stage of this interview and that they really do not know much. I doubt it's anything like a tear or anything major to that magnitude, because that would have obviously showed up in the MRI scan taken on Friday. In my opinion, I think this injury could be something of knee soreness or knee tendonitis, but we really don't know much. And I'm sure in the next few days, and especially after this road trip, we as fans will begin to hear more about this injury and more about the severity and timetable of return of this injury. So with Victor Oladipo currently leaving the starting lineup because of injury, that begs the question about who will step in his place. I think the easiest answer has to be Kendrick Nunn. He has the most starting experience this season out of the 3 players I will mention, and he's weirdly been receiving DNPs ever since Victor Oladipo has stepped in the starting lineup. So I believe the Heat may give Kendrick Nunn the opportunity to start and really just allow him, again, the opportunity to prove himself to receive rotational minutes for when Oladipo returns to the starting lineup. I do not think the Heat will insert Tyler Herro into the starting lineup, as we already have seen what Tyler Herro as a starter looks like this year, and he really just looks more comfortable in the bench role, at least for now. I also don't think the Heat will insert Goran Dragic into the starting lineup, as I don't think they would want him on a minutes overload, considering he's already looked sluggish and just worn out enough, and I don't think they would want to put on additional minutes, especially with the playoffs coming so soon. So the main thing that the Heat have to address in tonight's matchup versus the Blazers is how they will stop the 3-guard lineup of Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and the newly acquired Norman Powell. All 3 are tremendous shooters, so this might leave the Heat vulnerable on the glass, as the defense will likely be more extended to the 3-point line than usual. The Heat cannot allow Portland's guards to get in a similar scoring rhythm that CJ McCollum had in the first half of the last Heat vs Blazers matchup just a few weeks ago. I mean, if you remember that game, he had something like 18 and 20 points in the first quarter. I can't really remember that number exactly, but he just went off in that first quarter, and the Heat cannot allow any 3 of those guards to do the same in today's matchup. I think this matchup versus Enes Kanter could also present the opportunity for some Dewayne Dedmon playing time. The Heat could really use his rebounding and rim protecting abilities tonight, as Enes Kanter has proven himself to be one of the top rebounders in the NBA. He's averaging about 12 rebounds per game this year, and he's just coming off of, as I said earlier, a 30-point dominant rebound performance, and the Heat will not want a repeat of that in tonight's matchup. Aside from just Enes Kanter, the Trailblazers rank 5th in the NBA in total offensive rebounds per game, so that he could really use Dewayne Dedmon on the defensive glass and really just provide some consistency in that department that has really not been found aside from the likes of Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. So this goes for more the next 3 games and not just tonight's game, but Jimmy Butler will have to play like his MVP self if the Heat want to at least have a chance of coming out on top. The next 3 games, I think, is the toughest stretch of the season, at least thus far, and probably for the rest of the season, as they will have to play the Blazers, the Phoenix Suns, and the Denver Nuggets in a 4-game span and all away from home. Now those are 3 of some of the top teams in the Western Conference, and especially in the scoring department, they can put up points and very easily. So Jimmy Butler will have to be a very aggressive scorer. Some fun fact that I found the other day on Twitter: the Heat are 13-3 this season when Jimmy Butler scores 28 or more points. So we will have to see some impressive scoring performances from Jimmy Butler if the Heat want a chance at coming out on top. That's going to be it for today, guys. If you enjoyed today's video and if you enjoyed content like this, please go ahead and like and subscribe, as that would mean so much for this growing channel. Now go comment down below if you got the Heat or the Blazers in tonight's matchup. With that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.